Hi, this is Dr. Fab Mancini, and I'm so excited about this video because we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics in the world, and that's happiness. I call this video the science of happiness. Why? Because I wanted to make sure that I bring to you some of what the latest science has told us that really are effective in making us happy. But I don't mean happy just for a moment. I know that most of us have experienced happiness at a moment's time. Maybe you won something, an award, or perhaps, you were experiencing something very special with a friend or a loved one, or maybe your parents recognized and acknowledged something that was very important to you. But that moment of happiness should be sustainable. I want to make sure that that sustainability of happiness is throughout the whole day, throughout the whole week, throughout the whole month, throughout the whole year. And then once that happens, it becomes what I call automatic. All of a sudden, you find yourself in a state of happiness that is just constant, that is always there. And isn't that what most of us are looking for in life? So get ready. 4 things. Here's the first one. First thing I want you to do is that I want you to find the inspiring songs in your life, the songs that give you that feeling of happiness. You see, there's a lot of science that have told us that music is very much related to happiness, because music is where sometimes you have a memory of a feeling that happened to you and when that music was playing. Now, many of you may say it could be when you first went out with your date, the love of your life. Or perhaps it was that song that was played at a very special day in your life. Or something that you were hearing in the radio when somebody was telling you some great news. Whatever the experience was, I want you to know that it's associated typically with some music. Now, all of us have been in a position that you may be a little grumpy and you may be a little bit depressed, but all of a sudden a song comes on the radio and then you start smiling. Why? Because that feeling is there. And I want you to revive that feeling on an ongoing basis. So I want you to spend a little bit of time researching what are the songs that make you feel happy. And when you do that, download them into your playlist and play them throughout the day. I want to make sure if you're in your car, you play them there. If you're running and exercising, you're playing there. If you're at the office, you play them there. Anywhere that you can play them, understand that anytime you play that song that gives you that happy feeling, that's a song that's going to continue to live up to and reawaken that happiness within yourself. And that's one of the ways that we have found that you can sustain that happiness on a daily basis. The second thing is that I want you to create what I call a smile schedule. Why do I do that? It's because you see, a smile is one of the easiest things to help us be happy. It's how we change the physiology. You can't be sad and be smiling at the same time. So when you put a smile in your face, right? And look, you can test me on this. You can go into your workplace and start smiling more, and you see how people will respond to you differently. Your boss, your co-workers. You can go home with your partner, with your children, and just start smiling all the time. You can even go to a crowded place where it's full of strangers and start smiling, and you see how people respond to you very different and better than anyone else in that room. Why? Because a smile is like an invitation that says, I'm a happy person, I'm approachable, I'm somebody that you can trust, that's somebody that you can feel comfortable with. See, a smile is really an universal language for happiness. So the more that you smile, the better. So my schedule is going to be based upon the fact that I want you to smile at least 10 times every hour. 10 times every hour. When you do that for a short period of time, it becomes automatic, which then you can take that smile off your face because everywhere you go, you're going to be happy. So 10 times every hour, I want you to schedule it. I want you to get people around you, your family, your co-workers, your friends, to remind you anytime they don't see you smile, hey, listen, I'm doing a test right now and I want to just be smiling every single moment. So just be able to put yourself in that position and you'll notice how you start feeling happy and how you start sustaining that happiness. But then the bonus is going to be this, is that other people are going to start feeling happy around you, and they're going to be treating you very differently and in a more uplifting and positive way, because you're the ones that are making them feel in a very good place, in a happy place. The third thing is, one of the things that we noticed in the studies is that when you have goals, right, and all of us review our goals every single day, I want to make sure that you view your goals not only from the impact that it's going to have in your life when you accomplish them, but I want you to start focusing on your goals, on the impact that it's going to have on other people. You see, the happiness for ourselves, anytime we do something for ourselves, whether it's we do a nice gesture or we buy something for ourselves, is very short-lived. But what the studies have said is that when you do something nice for somebody else, when you help somebody solve a problem, when you help somebody in need, especially if they're in deeper need than you are, it gives you a happy feeling. So everything that you do every day from a goal perspective, I want you to start focusing on someone else's benefit. Not just your benefit, someone else's benefit. And you're going to notice how the happy feeling is going to just go all deep inside of you, because that's what the science has told us. And the third thing is that the fourth thing is that I want you to have a great sleep. You know, more and more studies have shown that happiness is associated with a great sleep. Why do we say that? It's because when you don't sleep well, you have what is called the stress hormone called cortisol that elevates. And that stress hormone takes away that happiness from you. But when you actually have more sleep, you have a hormone called oxytocin. And that oxytocin hormone is the one that is called the happy hormone. That's the one that makes you feel all warm and tingle inside of you. Well, that hormone can be created the more that you sleep. So I want to make sure that you're sleeping a minimum of 8 hours, but if you can get 10 hours a day, that's the ultimate. I want to also make sure that you take a nap in between the day. It could be a 30-minute nap, it could be an hour nap, but studies have shown that taking naps throughout the day, or at least once in the middle of the day, is really refreshing. It just allows your body to reset itself. It allows your stress levels to go down. It gives you that feeling of rest, and that is a happy feeling. So I review the 4 things that I want you to start doing to be able to sustain this science of happiness. The first one is I want you to find those inspiring songs that you know give you that happy feeling. And I want you to listen to those songs constantly. Put it on your playlist. Just everywhere you go, I want you to start listening to those specific songs. The second thing is I want you to create a smile schedule, and I want you to smile a minimum of 10 times within each hour of the day. And the third thing is that I want you to focus on the impact that your goals are going to have on someone else, and not necessarily just the benefits that it's going to bring to you. And lastly, I want you to sleep great. I want you to sleep a minimum of 8 hours, but if you can get 10, even better. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.